Breaking now in our world lead, a CNN exclusive. The United States Navy is considering renaming an aircraft carrier that is set to honor a black World War II hero to potentially honor President Trump instead. World War II hero ship cook third class Doris Miller jumped into action during the attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941. He carried several wounded shipmates to safety, then manned an anti-aircraft gun, despite no prior training, because only white soldiers were trained on them back then. His actions were portrayed in the 2001 film Pearl Harbor. The USS Doris Miller was announced in Trump's first term on Martin Luther King Jr. Day in 2020 and is set to be commissioned in the mid-2030s. Or is it? Joining us now, CNN's Haley Britsky, who broke the story along with our Pamela Brown. Haley, has an aircraft carrier ever been named after a sitting president before?
It hasn't. It would be kind of unprecedented to do that. There's obviously carriers that are named after presidents in general, but none who are sitting. So that would certainly be a break in precedent in how they go about naming these carriers. And
what has been the response to this story, to the idea that this honor for this World War II hero might be taken away?
Yeah, I mean, when Pam and I, who were reporting this story, we certainly heard concern from sources who were not sure what this would look like. But as we've reported, you know, the Navy does seem to be trying to find another ship to name after Miller, that they have submitted him for a Medal of Honor. But certainly it raises questions about what this could look like for the Miller family. I spoke with Doris Miller's great nephew, who said the family had not been informed of this yet, and that they hadn't been informed of this renewed push for the Medal of Honor for Doris Miller either. So certainly something that the family has questions on as well.
Haley Britsky, thanks so much. Joining us now to discuss, Democratic Congressman from Colorado and retired U.S. Army Ranger Jason Crow. Congressman, what's your reaction to this?
Well, who could possibly be surprised that Donald Trump thinks that he's more befitting an honor like this than a World War II and American war hero, Doris Miller? This is a man, Donald Trump, is a five-time draft dodger. He's called veterans suckers and losers. He refused to go to American military cemetery in Europe because it was raining. You know, the through line to all of this is that Donald Trump is a man that can't comprehend the very notion that somebody could put service above self, that they could be a part of something bigger than themselves and sacrifice to something bigger. In his mind, that means that you're a chump, right? Why would you possibly do that if there's not something in it for you? So I really hope this is not true. You know, my hopes are repeatedly dashed under the Trump administration, so it probably is, and we'll fight it like we do many of the other egregious things they do.
The USS